So here's the box of the Pfister Pasadena. This is the model here. And if you look at the images on the box, you get your shower head, you get your diverter, and then here's your little operational valve. Everything looks pretty clean, you know, a pretty trim sort of deal. And then what is sort of interesting to me, and I understand there's a couple different sort of, you know, model lines. Some of them have internal valves inside the wall, some of them don't, you know, for adjusting hot cold if you wish. You know, this is a series, it's not for the you know, particular one. However, here's what it shows you on the box, and then here's what it shows you on the instructions inside the box. There's a little bit of a difference in finish here. You know, one looks pretty, like, I don't know, what I would expect to see, and then this looks just a little bit unusual. And so this seems like it would be something where that valve handle is a little more secured, and this guy is out hanging in space to wobble, which is exactly what it does. Hey folks, this is the new shower valve and stem here put in, just to give you a little sort of terrain association here. This line that I drew on the thread represents where it should be flush with the surface of the wall, whether it be tile or whatever. And so I've got it pretty darn close there. So that is good. It's also very solidly attached to the other side. Both the pipe and the kind of valve body itself is screwed to a stud back there. So the housing, everything, plumbing behind the wall, very, very secure. What is surprising to me was after I put this guy on, just for a kind of preliminary test here, was how wobbly it seemed. And you know, this unit hadn't been dropped or anything, and I really was quite delicate with it. And then I understand, you know, the screw is, there's a set screw down here that hasn't been tightened yet, but I'll get to that. The box shows one thing, and I'll get to that too, but you know, here's our little cover plate, which I was kind of surprised to see that there were little indexes, little notches here that don't seem to, you know, marry up to anything, but you know, so good, no big deal. You know, this is the little retention collar with a kind of a white gasket O-ring. Retention collar, white gasket O-ring deal around here. And so that threads on in this fashion. And then just kind of line this guy up. Tighten this pretty firm. And because it's so well attached, it hasn't pulled out any, this hasn't come any further this way. Everything's pretty much locked in place, and it feels pretty secure. You know, not gonna rotate, just everything seems solid. And then I guess the disappointing part, make sure that this little set screw is out. As a matter of fact, I'll just take it out. In she goes. And then in with the set screw. Make sure it's seated first. It is. And then tighten this boy. Just give it a pretty good torque. Alright. So the two mind-boggling, disappointing things are this is not what it shows on the box. This distance here. And because of the configuration of the valve and the threads in this collar, this is not an adjustable thing. This is, you know, basically for you to be able to have enough bite on the threads coming out of the wall with this collar here, and attach the handle, what you see is what you get. However, the box shows there being a much closer, like basically this gap being non-existent to very, very small. But at the end of the day, you know what, not a big deal, I can live with it, you know. And I'm sure if anybody else just walked into the bathroom and saw this, they might not think anything of it. The issue I do have, this is a child's bathroom. I'm going to give my son baths in this tub here, and I feel like he's going to rip this off the wall without even thinking twice. I mean, this, I'm not giving it much of anything, and I'm at a complete loss for why this wobbles. I mean, it's just, I don't know, this is like a $120 piece of hardware, and I mean, I don't know if the quality has fallen off over the years of the folks at Pfister or what has happened, but it's just pretty amazing that this is, I mean, this is it.